I don't know what the tea was that Jason Lee was going to expose on Beyonce, but what I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate.
Hold, did Jason Lee really spill the tea about Beyonce and Jay Z's divorce months before any of us catch on to it?
But not receipt. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come up.
Chill. Why all might want to sit down for this one because the tea is hot, and baby, I cannot sit by myself now. If you've been on social media the past few weeks, then you probably saw Jason Lee trending some time ago after he jumped on his talk show and boldly blackmailed Beyonce on camera. He threatened to reveal some very damaging information about her and Jay's marriage unless she got Kelly to run to appear on his show. Now, at the time, a lot of people didn't know what he was talking about and getting dragged for filth for coming to Beyonce. However, with the recent rumors about Beyonce possibly divorcing Jay Z, people are revisiting everything that Jason said, and the details are way messier than you think.
And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too.
Okay, so this whole mess started with few months ago when Jason got in his feelings over Beyonce snubbing him and not inviting him to her Renaissance movie premiere in London. Now, even though she had invited several other influencers, apparently the reason he got mad about not being invited is because he and Beyonce have been friends for a while now. Not only that, but he said he spent a whopping $440 on the Renaissance concert tickets and other merchandise for his friends and family. Beyonce didn't even bother to invite him, and yet had no problem inviting other influencers who barely supported her or even spent half the money that he spent on her.
You don't include other Black leaders in the culture in the fold. I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more Black. And I spent thousands of over $40,000 in tickets and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy.
But this is where things got even messier, because after he went on his little rant, actually told the guests on his show that he had some information about Beyonce and they were gagging, he then literally went on to blackmail by telling her that he'll only keep what he knows for himself if she succeeds in convincing Kelly Rowland to have an interview with him at the...
To tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh. And that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game. We support each other. We help each other out. Can you imagine had I put that on Hollywood Law? Oh, there was one more thing. Beat this, Johnny.
Woo!
So that in itself, I think Beyonce could have gave me a, you know what I mean? Like, there should be a little love there. Now,
maybe she doesn't know.
Beyonce doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think Beyonce. And they're not going to share that with her.
Yvette knows. I got the receipts. I still have the receipts. Yvette, no, I got the receipts. I got them. Now, if I get that message to Beyonce,
yes,
I can get it to be. Oh, I'm connected. I could get the message to Beyonce.
She needs to know.
And I think people like her publicist, who I love, and I'm just being critical. That's just what I do. You know that, Yvette. We're trying to book Kelly Rowland right now. Now, if I don't get Kelly Rowland because I say this about, then it's gonna be a problem. Then I'm putting out receipts. The receipts I just told you about, then I'll put those out.
The fires that will come over that.
I ain't worried. I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing this industry.
Time, a lot of people were not here for this. because they felt like he was being entitled. But baby, with all the recent speculations about Beyoncé divorcing Jay, people are now saying this may have been the reason Jason was threatening to spill the receipts about Beyoncé, okay? Now, for those of why all who are confused about where these rumors even came from. Well, it started shortly after people began to dig up some dirt on Jay Z and all of his affiliations with Diddy. Apparently, Beyoncé was blindsided about a lot of the shady dealings that Jay was having with Diddy, and she wants to detach herself from it before he's fully exposed. Not only that, but people have begun to question the dynamic of Beyoncé and Jay Z's marriage because she was just 18 when they met while he was pushing 30. People also found some receipts that proved that Jay Z was dating Foxy Brown when she was just 15 years old with the promise of making her very successful in Hollywood. You know, kind of similar to what Diddy did to Cassie when she was just 19.
The powers that be, the PTB, the industry, whatever you want to call them, once they're done with Diddy, right? And this is going to be going on for some time, but once, I guess you can say the public humiliation, basically after the major documentaries come out, right? After they are done with Diddy, Jay Z is up next to be exposed, right? Jay Z, over the course of his career, and I have to still say allegedly, has done things and allegedly participated in a lot of things that the public would not be happy to know. For some reason, y'all like to conveniently forget what age Foxy Brown was when he was with her. Y'all like to forget that he was rolling with R. Kelly and they was doing a lot of things together. Y'all like to forget a lot of that, right? But good PR, good marketing, and the fact that, you know, Jay Z got a lot of this industry on lock, so he's able to keep a lot of things hush hush. He's very powerful, and Beyonce.
Oh, and let's not forget about how Beyoncé's alleged ex-bodyguard also came out a few months ago and revealed that Jay Z controls Beyoncé. However, really made these divorce rumors start going around all over again was when Jay defended Beyoncé against the Grammys by putting the Grammys on blast for never awarding her Album of the Year. Of her hard work, a lot of people actually agreed with him, and they applauded him for standing up for her. However, a lot of people couldn't help but notice how visibly uncomfortable and annoyed that Beyoncé looked when he did this. Is not only that, but instead of him calling her by her name, he referred to her as this young lady, which was a major flag that something was off between them.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work.
This is reportedly why Beyoncé's pushing out her hair care products and her new album so fast in such a short amount of time. Though the rollout has been planned for a while now, she's speeding things up to make sure she can rake in as much money as possible before everything about Jay Z's shady dealings with Diddy coming out. And this was confirmed by blogger Storm Monroe, who said Beyoncé is aware of everything that's about to go down, and that's why she's pushing everything out so quickly.
The reason why they have, or they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it, and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jason Lee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay, and she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, "Oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life, blah 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 blah." Now, before all this happens, we may get another tour. We may get another album out of both of them. I don't know, because at the end of the day, they about their money first. They're gonna do what's best for business first. As far as Beyonce is concerned, do she love him? I mean, he's really all that she knows.
Joe, it's a mess, and Jason definitely has some tea on Beyonce now that it's not too clear if he plans on revealing what he knows, but one thing's certain, that's why he is Not going to hold back on anything when he does start talking. Baby Beyonce, better get him that interview with Kelly Rowland before it's too late. But in the meantime, people had their own thoughts to share about this and they wasted no time spitting it out. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do I all think about Beyonce's allegedly divorcing Jay Z and doing why all think this is what Jason Lee was talking about when he said he was going to spill all the tea? You've known what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.